Happy Friday, YouTubers. Jesse here, J&O Railroad. I wanted to come in and say hello and wish everybody a happy weekend. Couple new things to talk about. Nothing major. Ballasting has begun. I've been putting this off until I got comfortable with my scenery because I hate doing ballasting and I didn't want to have to do it again. again. So I have made it to the tunnel. I got to go inside. That's going to be tough. I should have done it before I glued it down. I got back to the back and I wanted to show everybody this. Someone asked me what that was. And that is the little cabin that used to sit out front of the gold mine. And since there's no room for it, the gold miners, they do their stashing back there in the back. See, so it's still related. It's not in a high-vis location, but I'll hit it every now and then. My dear friend Brian, I call him Joe. His channel, AT Joe 1972. He has some little, I don't know, hand carts, some kind of little hand carts. I guess 3D printed or something. I don't know. That he said would go well with my little gold miner set. So he's going to be sending those my way, and I'm looking forward to that. And it might give me something to add to the scenery back here in the back. I'm not exactly sure what to expect out of that. I don't know what they look like or how big they are, whether or not they need a track to ride on or anything like that. But that should be interesting. And while we're talking about Brian, I'd like to ask y'all to keep him in your prayers. He had surgery this week, and he said he's not feeling too good. In fact, he posted a video the other day saying that he was going to hang up the model train hobby for a little while he got his recovery done, because it's too much for him to try to handle, everything going on all at once. So keep Brian in your prayers, and I'll drop his link in my description. Y'all might want to swing by and listen to his last video and wish him prayers on your own. Anyway, I hit a couple of, they're not glamorous, but a couple of milestones this week. I hit 150 subscribers. And, we won't go into detail. And 100,000 views. And I've only been doing this channel, phase 3 here, since late May. So you can count there, June, July, and August, 3 months, 100,000 views. I like that average. My first channel was 13 years old, and I never made it to 100,000 views. I was close, but I never made it. And I got real close, actually, on the second channel. Real close, within reaching distance again. And it was about 4 or 5 months old. So, anyway, old history. I don't answer questions on the topic, so just absorb that for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Couple of new things to talk about. But I'm going to go on the other side over there and stop boring y'all with this one scene. So anyway, last week I mentioned that my truck broke down on me. And believe it or not, this 64-year-old man was able to tear off the dash, drop the steering wheel column all the way down, make that repair, and successfully drive my vehicle. So I'm not stuck at home. That actually went well. I was scared to death trying to do it. I didn't know if I'd be able to get it back together, but I did. I'm happy about that. I've been noticing a lot of people mentioning notifications. Um, and I have noticed it myself. I haven't been, boasting about it or making a big deal about it, but I started realizing that I have a lot of stuff to catch up on. I don't get all my notifications from all my subscriptions. The light's not even on. And if I click on one, just at random or something, I see all kinds of new videos I haven't seen. I'm like, what the heck? So I just wanted to say that we're going to have to help each other out. I don't know if y'all are getting my notifications. That's on you. Um, but I'm not getting all of y'all's notifications. That's the point I'm trying to make. Um, that we're going to have to take the time, if you have, your favorite channels that you like to watch and keep up with. Just because they don't have anything, flashing that is new, it might not hurt to stop and tap into their channel just to check for yourself. I don't know how this is actually affecting everyone. Back when I first started hearing about it, I wasn't having any problems, but now I am. So it could be the whole app, the YouTube channel itself, making changes or whatever, and it's just not all caught back up yet. I don't know. We won't go there. My views are up and my views are down. And once again, back to the YouTube issues. I've been hearing a lot of that too. New channels this, big channels that, little channels this and that. You got to take that stuff for what it's worth. Most of those guys are just making videos to get big views and telling you stuff that'll actually do more harm than good if you fool with it. So I'm kind of with a few of you other guys, who cares, right? We do this for fun. If our views are low, who cares, right? Everybody wants a big views, big numbers. Everybody wants to be big and famous, but just keep in mind, this is our hobby. This is what we do for fun. When the rest of the world is out there doing bad things and tipping the world upside down and whatnot, here we are playing with our trains, minding our own business. And we got to love it like that, right? Which brings me to the topic of my gospel music. On Wednesday, I dropped my second gospel song. It came out all right. I called it The River. I did a lot of highlighting of my river. Pardon me. Yeah, and the robot, he hiccuped and stuttered a little bit, but it came out all right. I also started doing something on Monday on my community page. And now, folks, this is just for fun, so take it with a grain of salt. But I started something on Monday, which I want to try to do every week on Monday, and it'll be my tip of the week. And last week I posted, or this week actually, I posted, always save your corn dog sticks. I had a corn dog the other night, and I looked at that stick, and I'm like, oh my goodness, look at the dimensions of this stick. It's perfect by perfect by perfect. So, popsicle sticks, toothpicks, we all use that stuff. I thought, I'm going to tell them about it. They may already be on it, but I wanted to mention it. So, corn dog sticks, yeah, awesome dimensions on corn dog sticks. You can cut them to length and do everything you need to do. Make fencing or roofing or whatever, I think that's pretty much all really that I had to update people on. I was working on my landscaping, as y'all know, and I added back my gold miners, which I already highlighted that. And I made some pretty good progress along this front stretch, around this front loop where my part-time inner loop track tabletop track, whatever, will sit when I'm in the use of it. Speaking of which, we got a tree down. Oh no, we'll throw it over here in Brandon's yard. Brandon needs another tree. Yeah, so yeah, I can lay my little tabletop track in here now, and it'll just fit right in and come right off. It'll go between these little nubbies right here when it makes its turn here, and right along the base right there, and then it'll come just short of this tree here as it makes its journey this direction, and it's all accounted for. So the little trees and shrubs and whatnot, they all have purpose, and we'll get back to that one day. Not in any hurry to set that track back up, but all my landscaping has been done to account for it. So pretty happy about that. Let's see, what else did I have to talk about? I don't think anything. I really appreciate everyone, and I'm loving the comments. And I always mention comments. I'm not looking for a pat on the back, guys. What comments do for me is it lets me know who's out there, who's watching, who's keeping up with me, who cares enough to drop a comment. And so yeah, I appreciate comments, y'all. Drop them comments. Let me know you're out there. In return, I mean, it works both ways. If I don't see comments, I don't know that you're there. I don't know that you care, And when it comes to me going and watching videos on YouTube, I generally start with the people that leave me comments, because I want to repay the respect, and it sounds a little crappy, but it's kind of how it's been working for me, trying to keep up with daily life and progress in here and truck repairs and everything going on. It's hard to keep up, I spend a lot of time chasing down people and watching their videos and leaving comments, and you never hear from them in return. Some of them don't even answer the comments. So yeah, that's kind of how it's been working for me, trying to keep up. We're way over 12 minutes already, guys, and I don't mean to be like that. I get started talking and I can't shut up. But anyway, okay, everything is going really well for the J&O Railroad right now. Tracks are running perfect. Like I showed you earlier, I'm into the ballasting stage where I will continue. I'll probably do these 2 straights, or at least half of them, back in this area, just to get caught up with my landscaping. This section over here, I never really know what I'm going to do with it. One day I like it, one day I don't. So not in any hurry to do any ballasting or anything back there. Some of these little buildings may not even stay. It just seems a little cluttered. It don't make a whole lot of sense. It wasn't exactly what I expected when I started dreaming about it. I like parts of it and I don't like parts of it. So, I got a lot of things to weigh out and see where the value is. Okay, guys, that is it. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. The weather's been beautiful. Count all your many blessings. Give praise to your Savior, and have a great weekend. We'll talk to you down the tracks.